Okay, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that came up, one of many things that came up today in class was a discussion about the meaning of inverse functions again. Now, my last video covered it pretty well, but let's just try it again. Now, this will be a nicer, shorter video and hopefully straight to the point, okay? Here we have a typical function. Notice that, guys, remember now, we don't use y all the time, right? It's going to be f of x, g of x, h of x. Every function is now going to have a specific name to it. But if I have f of x here, and I'm asked to find the inverse, okay, remember f of x is really a fancy name for y. And an inverse function, again, is a function that goes backwards, right? And so if you understand that idea, how do I make this equation go backwards? Well, how about if we make y, or f of x, x now, and the x right here, we make it a y. Now again, notice what I did with x and y here is I switched their places because the logic is, hey, if it goes backwards, then it should be an inverse function. Okay, so now let's solve for y right here. Okay, now it's getting a little messy, so let me just kind of clean it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to solve for that y right there. So the first thing I think I'm going to do is times both sides by 3. Because this right there is a divide 3, and I know 3 divided by 3 is 1, right? So what do I have now? I have 3x equal to y minus 4. Okay, close to getting y here. How do I get rid of this minus 4 right here? How about if we do a plus 4 both sides? And let's see what we get now. Don't we get 3x plus 4 equal to, and was 4 minus 4 0, all I have is y. So you see, the f inverse of x is simply going to be 3x plus 4. 3x plus 4, right? And so that again is how you find the inverse. Switch the x and y, solve for your new y, and that new y is your inverse function because everything went backwards. Okay, so now let's understand hopefully better the meaning of inverse function. So notice here, guys, I have both my original f of x and, of course, did we not, of course, find right here f inverse of x would be 3x plus 4. So let's start with f of x, okay? And again, let's use gold here. Notice, follow the gold here, guys. So my first table right here, I have 3 inputs for x for a function f of x, right? So let's see what each of those comes out to be. So when I plug in 1, for example, I get 1 minus 4. And I'm going to divide by 3. And don't I get negative 3 divided by 3, which is negative 1, right? Okay, that's cool. Let's try the next number, 10, right here. We plug in 10, don't we get, let me use a different color here, 10 minus 4 divided by 3. Well, that's 6 divided by 3, which is 2. And then finally, one more. Let's do negative 5. Negative 5 minus 4 divided by 3 is negative 9 divided by 3, which is negative 3. So hopefully you guys are getting better at plugging in numbers, evaluating, as we say. Now, so here's what we're going to do next, guys. Follow the purple. I'm going to take my 3 results here and make those the input to f inverse of x, right? And let's see what we get. So I'm going to work in the top right corner here. So I'm going to plug negative 1 right into there. And I'm going to get 3 times negative 1 plus 4. 3 times negative 1 plus 4. And of course, that's negative 3 plus 4, right? Which is 1. Interesting. Let's now plug the 2 in. And we'll have 3 times 2 plus 4. And 3 times 2 is 6, plus 4 is 10. And of course, now let's finally plug in the 3 into f inverse of x. And we'll have 3 times 3 plus 4, 9, wait a minute, where did I make a mistake? Oh, it's negative 3, sorry. So 3 times negative 3 is negative 9 plus 4, which is negative 5. Now guys, hopefully now, if you analyze both of my tables, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? And what I mean is this. Follow the light blue. X, notice over here, look at the left table, guys. X gave us negative 1, right? Now look over here in my right table. When I plug in negative 1 in the inverse, I'm back to positive 1, aren't I? Look over here to the left again. 10 here gave me a positive 2 for f of x. Well, look to the right. When I plug in this 2 right here, did I not get 10 back? And again, notice, bottom left, guys, negative 5 gave me negative 3. And then look over here at the right table. Didn't negative 3 go back and give me the negative 5? So guys, this is the true meaning of an inverse function, you see? Whatever I input into f of x, in this case, gave me a certain value. And if I plug that resulting range value, as we like to call it, back in, guess what? We're back to where we started from. So again, I'll explain this in class again tomorrow. So until next time, guys, bye.